My name is Kamila Diaz, Cami for short. I'm 27, and right now I am in the middle of a graduate program for deaf and hard of hearing education. I'll be a teacher working with those kids. I always knew I wanted to work with kids with special needs, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm almost done. I only have a year left. I love hardcore rap. I've memorized just about every Nicki Minaj rap, and I love her. I have never had a cavity. I have never been pulled over by a cop, knock on wood. I am obsessed with Kate Middleton. I think that if we ever met in real life, we'd really be great friends. And I love to dance. And I don't think a lot of people know that about me because I probably don't as much as I'd like to, or I do by myself a lot.
We are working today.
That was fun. Wasn't even trying to look for it, just found a lump. And so I thought, it's the smartest thing to do is get it checked out. And when I did, they said it was benign. Because it was benign, there was no rush to get it taken out. So I waited a few months. Then at the beginning of January, I had my surgery, and I think it was like 5 or 6 days later, they called me. I can't even remember what they said, but I just heard the word cancer and my mind went blank and I just kind of like dropped, and it was the most out-of-body surreal experience of my life. It was very overwhelming because there are a lot of big decisions that come from it, and never thinking that would ever happen to you, especially at my age. I thought I would do the lumpectomy knowing that I would have to go through chemo and radiation with the lumpectomy. Now, if I had a double mastectomy, I wouldn't have had to do the radiation. So those are things I kind of had to balance and weigh out. So I had a lumpectomy, and I just finished chemo about 6 weeks ago. I had 6 rounds every 3 weeks. So this year has been hard. Chemo was the most difficult thing I've ever been through. But I'm so glad I'm done with it. And then I will be starting radiation next week, and that's for 4 weeks. I kind of felt like I was always doubting myself because if I made the wrong decision, it could be huge. It could be so catastrophic. And so I felt a lot of pressure on my decisions, and I had to remember that I was making them for myself, but at the same time I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You can tell me one thing, I don't know what it is. So I did a lot of reading, a lot of research online, books, and I kind of just had to figure it out. And I did have a lot of support, but ultimately I knew it was something that I had to feel comfortable with myself. No matter what age you're going through, it's awful, but as a young person, I just felt, kind of more alone. But anyways, being young means I have so many years ahead of me. I want to make sure and do everything in my power that I can to make sure that this never happens again. If I look at the person I was before all of this, I am so changed. It's perspective. It's a lot of perspective. You look at things so differently. This has taught me to kind of take a breath, you're okay, look what you can accomplish, realize that some of the small stuff doesn't matter at all, and you really know what's important. I kind of feel like a badass now because I'm like, I did that. I went through chemo and I did it and I beat it, and I can help others with it in some way. Maybe this whole experience will lead me to something I couldn't even have thought of for myself, not even imagined. I mean, obviously I want to go forward with my career. I would love to fall in love, have kids, have a family, but I think all that'll happen at the right time, and I'm just kind of more eager to now enjoy the ride and see what else is out there for me. And I know big things are out there for me. I just don't know what yet. My name is Cami Diaz, and I am a Love 12 pinup.